What's happening, Captains? It's me, really the dumbest. And today, I just kind of have a bit of a rant I want to go on for a couple. I'm really sick of map offerings, and quite honestly, I'm kind of just annoyed a bit with map design in this game as a whole. Um, First, I'll start off with the map offering since I'm more mad about that. I think they should be removed. Honestly, I think it is a completely just unfair system. I think it's unfair and imbalanced, no matter what side you're on. I think if it's killer bringing map offerings, that's unfair. I think if survivors bringing a map offering, it's unfair. Why do I think this? Well, I mean, if you know, with map offerings, players can basically just decide how they want the game to go. I'll use a little bit of an example. Um, I was playing a game as Wraith, trying to get an Hook the Obsession challenge done for the recent tome, level 3 of the Ghostface tome. And I had people bring two map offerings, one to Larry's and one to Iria Crow's. Now, I mean, Larry's wouldn't not have been the worst thing for Wraith. It's got a bit of palette, so I could have gotten a lot of use out of my palette Nemesis build. Um, but Yuri of Crows is a horrible killer map for everyone, for everything. It's really bad. And I got Eerie Crows, and I lost. I played another Wraith game to get the challenge done. Completely random map. I don't remember what the map was. Got a 4K. It's just I think it's really unfair that any side ever just basically almost guaranteed win the game at the like just before the game even starts, depending on what kind of offering they bring. Another example, literally a game or two games after I got the Eerie Crows Larry's offering, Deathslinger. I was playing Deathslinger to start grinding just everything really. Um, and they brought me to Midwich. I ended up getting the 4K, so I mean, not a guaranteed win every time, but they were planning around going to Midwich. They all had the uh, the Unbreakable Boil Over build. They were clearly trying to what's it called? Exploit the poor RNG of Midwich hooks. I mean, it's very I think that's very unfair. I think it's really unfair. And if I was playing any other killer besides Death, uh besides Nurse or something, but I'm not like if I was playing any other killer I'm not that good at, or just not that good on Larry's, I would have lost. I 100% would have lost because they from the start had everything planned out for how they were going to go for it. They had, of course, they brought all the builds. They were in a 4 man, and if I wasn't, if they weren't playing so poorly and I wasn't playing so well, I 100% would have lost. Um, I mean, like I said though, I did get a 4K. It's not a guaranteed loss, but nonetheless, guaranteed loss or not, or guaranteed win or not, however you want to see it, I think it's a completely unfair and just really just a dumb system. I'm kind of surprised that the system has lasted as long as it has because it's really not a fair or fun system for anyone or anyone on the opposite end. Even when I'm playing Survivor, which I have been playing a lot of recently for tome stuff, like whenever I see somebody bring a map offering, it's just awful. It's just like if I see the killer bring it, I'm just annoyed because that means they probably have a plan or they probably have a map that they play on. Or if Survivor brings it, I just get annoyed because most of the time it's a map I don't like playing on. Even as Survivor, like I don't enjoy playing on Eerie Crows. I think it's a bit too wide open. It's too big. And I don't have yeah, it's just been wide open, too big. But I mean, it's really when survivors bring offerings exploit map faults. Because let's be fair, more often I say probably 9.5 times out of 10 when survivors bringing a killer to a map, they're going to exploit something about the map. Uh, I'll use an example. I believe it was Demi who did a video showing off how some maps could be exploited really easily. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up now. Yeah, it was Demi about 2 weeks ago for making this video. He said these maps are very abusable, and he pulled up the game Badham RPD, Garden of Joy. Yuri Crows is on there. I would have put it, but I just think I don't know. I think it's really kind of scummy that survivors can bring or force the killer to a map just to either because they can't win or something, or because they have to have that map, or just because they want to be dicks and exploit everything about it. And this problem is going to be a lot worse if the whole base kit unbreakable endgame Mori system comes into play. It will be absolutely horrendous. You'll probably see like a huge increase in offerings for the game, Garden of Joy, RPD, all the maps that he has mentioned, because there's so many pallets. You down someone, they're probably gonna either be able to crawl to a pallet or get to a pallet. So, and they'll have like teammates or whatever. It's just like the same problems that that was shown in the PTB, and it might even be worse since there'll be more people doing it. I just I think that I really do think that map offering should be um for all those reasons and a plethora more. Uh Beyond that, I just think maps really need some help. Like I said, most maps in the game are very rough, especially and mostly for killer. There are very few survivor maps I'd say that are, or very few maps I'd say are very or even slightly killer sided. Even maps that are more lean towards killer favor can still be ran well by good survivors or just mediocre survivors as a whole. Especially against the bad killers. I think behavior should I mean slowly or whatever. I think they should really go through and start to re most of their maps because I mean I think I mean even the strong maps or some strong maps I don't think really need touching, but there are just some that need to be reworked or just kind of nerfed immediately. Like Garden of Joy in the game. I hate the game so much. I will never stop talking about how much I hate the game. Um Nonetheless, I really think behavior needs to do something about their map system, or there's just their maps as a whole. Everything about their maps is really rough. Um, if you're interested on how DBD maps can be exploited very easily, I'll leave a link to Demi's video in the comments. It's honestly a fun watch, especially since I don't think he almost ever gets downed. And one more thing that is just indirectly or even sometimes directly caused by maps is camping. Camping and tunneling could very easily be a massive reason for camping and tunneling. You get one chase. It's like chase one survivor, and you're able to down them like with 3 or 2 gens remaining, like 3 gens into the game, because you're on the game as pig, or you're on any map as pig. You're just playing pig, right? But I really think they need a nerf pig, honestly. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm off track. I really think they need to go back and just either just nerf, even like if they don't rework it, just nerfing some of the strongest maps. Even maps that were recently reworked. Haddonfield is one of them. I think I have a lot of problems with Haddonfield. I think that it has too many windows per building. I think they should lower that or make them breakable walls or something like that. Um, RPD. I think East Wing for the most part's fine. It's for sure needs to have a couple god pallets removed, but West Wing for sure needs a bigger like pallet removal. A lot of problems with maps could easily be fixed by lowering pallets. Um, Another thing, if you guys are interested in checking it out, I forgot who made it. But someone in Otz's community did a map or did something about map layouts and map rule sets. And if you go check out the maps, or if you go check out rule sets, if it will ever load, you can see getting me playing the game has a guaranteed 25 pallet spawn. I mean, which is bad, especially for a small map. But like, even that's not even the worst of it, because there's Larry's. If it will load, has 20 pallets and 23 vaults. Larry's is just the game, but for vaults plus the game. There's so many like it's just too much. There's so much going on with. Let's see. Does he have? Did he? He doesn't have an exact like number for everything, but each building for Haddonfield has like 4 vaults per building. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they need to do something about it. I mean, any I don't know. I feel like maps by this point are kind of really the only problem with the game. I think even though with the killer gap discrepancies and some perks being a bit too strong, I think that DBD is 100% at the most balanced and honestly the most fun it's been in forever. If they were to go through and start fixing maps, even like I said with small changes to pallets and vault spawns, I think DBD will be in a fantastic state. Like I think DBD will be at a almost perfect state. Anyway, that's all I have. I just kind of wanted to rant about it or about map offerings and stuff for a minute. Um if you guys agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts on this are. Without further ado, I'm going to try to end this at exactly 10 minutes.